Hello guys, welcome back to Mr. Cloudbook channel. Today is the day 7 of the Kubernetes master class, and in this video I am going to explain how to set up the AWS EKS with the help of the Terraform, and we are going to learn about the kubectl in a simple way. I mean, like, that is a pretty easy tool, but we have to know what is the tool and what kind of things it can do. So this is my AWS account. This is my just a simple test EC2 instance. Okay, so copy this IP address and paste it. Open your terminal. Okay, so paste it and click on connect. Yes. So make sure that you have AWS is installed on your EC2 instance. Okay, so you can use the same files from your local to set up the EKS cluster. Okay, but you need to first of all install the AWS CLI and local. So let's do that. How to do it? So AWS CLI install. So this is the first page you have to open. So it will have the all the commands that are required. Okay. So you can see this. So this is the commands. You can just copy it and come here and paste it here. So since I have already the AWS is installed on this EC2 instance, I'm not going to install this. Okay. So clear the screen. So before that, I need to do the configure. So in order to create the EKS cluster with the help of the Terraform files, I need to do this one. Okay, let's close this. So before that, what I need, so I need an S3 bucket. Okay, to store my Terraform state file, just right click, open it in a new tab, and in the search bar again, search for IAM, and right click, open link in the new tab. So let's go here. Since I have this bucket, so you can create your own bucket. Okay, so I will use this bucket for my EKS cluster. Okay, so IAM. So let's go to the users in the left side panel and create a user. So I want to create a user. So like, let's call it as the kubectl, since we are talking about the kubectl also, and attach policies. And I'm going to attach the administrator policies just for learning. So next, okay, create user. So this is the kubectl. Select this one and go to security credentials. Create access keys here. Okay, click on create access key. CLI. I understand and next. So these are pretty simple. That's why I'm not explaining. So you know, if you are coming to watch this video, means you have to know this kind of stuff. So how to create an IAM user, S3 packet, and all this. Okay. So copy this and go to your terminal. Use the AWS configure command and paste that key ID and secret key. Enter episode 1. Okay. So this is done. So if you see AWS S3 LS, so it will show the buckets. Okay. See, I have this bucket, right, as a Mr. Cloudbook 777. So you see here, this is the one. This is my GitHub page. So this is the application you can use, 2-tier Flask. So you can just clone this into your EC2 instance. Just copy it. So I will give these files. Okay, since you can see EKS Terraform. So I use these files mostly in the projects to provision the EKS cluster with the help of the Terraform. Okay, so let's go to this and do the git clone and enter. So 2-tier Flask, if you see ls. So I have that one. See, cd 2-tier, enter. So I am in the 2-tier Flask now. Okay, clean the screen. So ls-la. So this is the EKS Terraform I have now. Okay, come down. So EKS, okay, sorry, CD, EKS, LS. So these are the files you have to take care of first. So I backend.tf, do this one. So here you need to change the bucket name, whatever you have. Okay. So use your own bucket from your S3 bucket. Okay. Since I have my AWS bucket name is this one, Ajay Mr. Cloudbook 777, just copy this and paste it here. So inside the backend.tf file. So escapes colon wq. Okay. So we are outside now. So let's go here. I will explain the file simply. So backend.tf file means, so whatever the cluster you are creating with the help of the Terraform files, it will store the particular Terraform state file on your S3 bucket in this particular key file. So key file means this is the path for to store your Terraform state file. Okay. So this is the backend.tf file and provided.tf file. So this is simple what version of Terraform we are using and like that, and provider. So you can add the region whatever you want. Okay. So in the main.tf file, so in the yesterday video we saw that we need an EKS cluster role, right? So that's why here I am creating the IAM role here. See, so EKS cluster cloud role, and I am attaching this policy EKS cluster policy, and I am using the VPC and VPC ID and everything. So this will provision the EKS cluster. And next for the IAM role, so we need the IAM role for the EKS node groups also, right? That's why we are creating the another role here. Okay. And it contains Amazon EKS worker node policy, CNI policy, container register read on policy. So if you watch yesterday's video, you will understand what kind of policies you need for the EKS cluster and EKS worker nodes also. Okay. I since here, if you see the scaling config, I'm using 1 and max size is 2, minimum size is 2, 1. So I want to use only one for now. Okay, server, just for this demo. Okay, let's come here. So if you want, go for here main.tf file. So and if you go down to the auto scaling, okay, let's column SCNU, so you can see the number of that particular line in the main.tf file. Okay, see here, if you need more, this is only for just learning purpose. Okay, so if you need two, maximum and minimum and desired size, keep it two. So if you want only one for now learning, you can just add one. Okay, okay, go to insert mode and you can just make it this one. Okay, okay, two, not 21. Okay, so this will create the instance type with 3 to medium. Okay, escape shift column WQ. Okay, so what I have to do is I have to use the command called terraform apply, since we don't know whether the terraform is installed or not. So let's go here. So terraform install. Okay, we can call it as install terraform, anything fine. So here we can directly install the terraform in the mac os with this particular commands. For the binary files you can use this one. Okay. So since you can use these commands on your EC2 instance, I can just go with this one. So if I give terraform, so it will give the command. Okay, sudo snap install terraform. I will use this one, same sudo snap install terraform. Okay, so this will install the Terraform. Okay, you add hyphen classic yesterday also we find this issue. Okay, enter. So this will install the Terraform. So you can use these commands also on the Ubuntu. Okay, so since I showed it to you, so please use this, or you can directly use this one also. Sudo snap install Terraform hyphen classic. Okay, so it takes some time to install. So let's go into the kubectl. So what is the kubectl and everything? We will talk about it right now. Understanding of the kubectl. So this is the tool for managing the Kubernetes clusters. Okay. So since we don't know what is the kubectl and everything. Yesterday's video, I just used how to install the kubectl and all. So but we need to understand what it will do actually. Okay. So kubectl explained. So this is I am going to explain in a simple way for a fifth class student. Even fifth class student can understand. Okay. So imagine you have a big playground. Okay. So that is like our computer with a lot of different toys and games. So you have in a big playground and you are having so many kinds of toys and games to play. So these are like the computer programs. Okay. So kubectl is like a magic remote. Okay, that can control or that can help you play with and organize all these toys without having to run around the playground itself. Okay. So with this magic remote control kubectl, you can asking for a new toys to appear in the playground. Okay, so why I am telling kubectl is like the magic remote for the control of your playground, because of you can ask for the new toys or send toys away. Okay, so this is like an think like the video game. Okay, uh, so tell toys to go away when you are done playing. So what it will do, it's like some kind of random mission. So in your playground, so it will, whenever you ask some kind of a toy, it will bring it to you. And whenever you don't want that, you can just tell it to take it away. So it will do that things. Okay. You can ask for the new toys whenever you need. to play. Okay, so or you can just send away whenever you done playing with that toys. Okay, so or we can say we can check the toys, okay, which toys are in the playground with the help of the kubectl. Okay, so with that particular single remote you can access everything in your playground. So what are the toys that are available for you? So what is the toy that you can play with right now? So you can just ask, tell to the kubectl, so it will bring it to you and you can play that one. Okay, so if you don't want it, so if you tell the kubectl take it away, it will do for make it away from you. Okay, or you can check which toys are working fine and which toys are working or not fine. Okay, so you can see how many toys are presently available in your playground also. Okay, so it will tell toys to do the different things. Okay, tell the toys to do the different things, like you can say kubectl or this kind of a remote for, you can say like running or jumping. So some tools presently having the capability to walk, right, your toys, right? So like that, with the help of the remote control, like that kubectl is also works like that to make the toys to walk, run, and whatever the things that it can do. Okay, ask the toys if they are okay or if they need help. Okay, the remote control talks to a specific helper. So that's like the Kubernetes system who actually moves the toys around the playground for you. So you just have to press the buttons on the remote and say what you want, and the helper make it happen. Okay, this is the main purpose of the kubectl. So our kind of the remote control you have. Okay, so this is like a special helper for the Kubernetes, moves the toys for you. And in the organization level and industry level overview, we can say, so kubectl is the command line interface for interacting with the Kubernetes cluster. So it's a powerful tool that allows developers and a system administrator to deploy and manage and troubleshoot the containerized application running on the Kubernetes cluster. Okay, so the main key features of this particular kubectl are, so this is the command line tool. Okay, so we can use for in the Kubernetes cluster. Okay, remember that. So every developer or the administrator use this to troubleshoot whatever the things happening on the containerized applications. Okay, so what it will do actually, the main key features for the kubectl is resource management. So it can create your resources, update your resources, delete and inspect the Kubernetes objects such as pods, deployments, services, and namespaces. Okay, so this is the one of the key feature, resource management. And next feature is cluster interaction. So this can, I mean, kubectl can communicate with the Kubernetes API server to execute a commands and a query cluster state. Okay, so this will talk with the Kubernetes API server by giving some kind of commands or the queries. Okay, to see the state of the cluster. And this is the second feature. And third feature is application deployment. So it will apply the configuration files. Usually we use the Kubernetes YAML files, right? So YAML format to deploy application and define their desired state. Okay, so we can use the kubectl to deploy the applications also. So scaling and updates. Okay, so easily scale up the application and perform the rolling updates to ensure zero downtime deployments. So and debugging and diagnostics. So stream logs. So it enables the everything like literally scaling, updates, cluster administration, and debugging, diagnostics, and everything. Okay, so these are the main key features of the kubectl. So first one is resource management, and second one is cluster interaction, and third one is application deployment. Fourth one is scaling and updates. And fifth one, debugging and diagnostics, cluster administrator, and output formatting. So if you want to know about the resource management, so what it will do, it will create, update, delete, and inspect the Kubernetes objects, okay, such as pods, services, deployments, and namespaces. Second one, cluster interaction. So it will interact with the it interacts with the Kubernetes API server to execute the commands, okay. And third one, application deployment. So we use the YAML files, right? So it will help us to deploy our application, and we can make sure that the application is in the desired state. Okay. So application deployment is also done with the help of the kubectl. So by using the YAML format files. And the next, scaling and updates. Okay. So we can easily scale applications and perform the rolling updates to ensure zero downtime. So with the help of the kubectl. So we can just give the kubectl scale up and give the replicas. It will update your replica count in the Kubernetes cluster. Okay, so next one, debugging and diagnostics. So stream logs from the containers, execute commands within the pods and port forward to services for the debugging purposes. We can use the kubectl. And next, cluster administration. So manage cluster-wide settings, RBAC, and performing the administrative tasks like that. And finally, output formatting. So we can say customize the output format like in the JSON or YAML format. So for easy integration with the other tools and scripts. Okay. So this is the main features of the kubectl. So uh, you can see that this is like a simple kind of a magic remote that can do whatever you want on that particular playground or in the Kubernetes cluster. Okay. So this is all about the kubectl. And if you want to install the kubectl, all you can do is click on this one. So it will give you the particular commands to install on the particular various uh, systems. Okay, like Windows. So this is for the Linux. Okay, install kubectl binary with the kernel on Linux. So like that, you can come back and you can click on Windows. So it will install kubectl on Windows with this particular commands. Okay, so let's come back. So if you come back to iTerm now, so if you see Terraform is installed or not, since we completed with the, okay, this is not installed. Okay, this is because of the no spaces found on the system. Okay, since I used all the system space, you can see here. So download cannot perform the following task since no space on the device. Okay, I think this is because of my testing. System pro -f. So I will delete some everything that I don't need it here on the tracker. Okay, I got the space now. See, 8 GB space is now there. So if I see again, okay, you can see 31 is using now. Okay, that is good. Let's do the command classic. So it will take another 5 or 10 minutes again. So sorry for that one. I didn't know that the space is completed. But anyway, we learned about the kubectl, right? So if you want to continue how to install the AWS EKS with the help of the Terraform, so this is pretty easy. So you can wait up until the process. Okay, yeah, I don't do it, won't take much time. Okay, since because we will use simple three commands. It will install and it will do the EKS cluster provision. So I will skip the 10 minutes part. So since provisioning, we are in the normal state like resting state. So we can just ignore that part. And once that is done, we will try to create a single resource. Okay, with the help of the pod. Okay, that is good. So please wait for that one. So installing the Kubernetes cluster with the help of the Terraform files is pretty easy compared with the UI. Okay, Terraform is installed now. So what I can do is, okay, let's see. Since we have these commands, we will see we can do something. So I want to see whether it's installed or not. So same thing like sudo snap install terraform is pretty same as the commands. Okay, see, I used both commands, no worries. So terraform, okay, install now. So let's do the terraform init first. So it will initialize the backend into your S3 bucket to store the terraform state file. Okay, so you will see the tf state file once apply is completed. Okay, so terraform is initialized. So let's size at the font. Okay. So next we will do terraform validate is the command we use, enter. So it will check the validate. So whether the code is fine or not. Okay, syntax is success. So this is created by me. That's why I can just use the plan, terraform plan. So it will tell what is it's creating and everything. So I think maximum it will create the 5 resources. Okay, sorry, 8. So it will create the 2 roles and everything. So let me clear the screen. Files, right? Let's do the apply now. Enter. So it will again give the plan and we have to confirm it to create the resources or not. Okay. So enter a value yes. So it will take 10 minutes to create the cluster. Okay. So I will skip this part. Okay. So don't worry about it. So it's created in 2 minutes 8 seconds. Like it's nearly 9 minutes completed. Okay. The cloud name is this one. So this is the EKS cluster name, EKS underscore cloud. So if you want to see here, go to the AWS and search for EKS here. Enter. So let's clear the screen. See, this is the cloud name. Okay, see, it's created now. So if you see 9 minutes ago, so it's take only 9 minutes. Okay, with the help of the Terraform files. And what we have to do is we have to use the AWS EKS update hyphen cube config. Okay, so what is the name? Cluster name. You have to copy this one. So you will get the same thing. Okay, if you use these files and hyphen region. So I created in the AP hyphen south hyphen one. Okay, enter. So this will update the Kubernetes configuration. So if you give the command called kubectl get nodes, so it will give the what kind of nodes that you have present now. See, these are the two nodes that are available for me right now. Okay, so here you can see nodes desire 2 and 2. Okay, so and if you go to the EC2 again, it will show you the total 3 instances running. Okay, so one is test one that we are using right now, and other two are created by the EKS cluster. So this is the kubectl, right? So if you enter this, so you can see that it can do so many things like see create. So we told this one, right? Create and expose. I mean like service expose, run, set, explain, get. So we use the command edit, delete, rollout, everything. Okay, see logs, attach. See, it can do everything. If you see the detail, so the basic commands for the beginners is this one. So intermediate, explain all. Deploy commands, this cluster management commands. So troubleshooting and debugging, advanced commands, settings, like that. So many commands it can do. It can do so many things. That is, this is the one of the powerful tool also. Okay, like API server. This is needed for the developer or the administrator, like the DevOps engineers, like the platform team or SRE engineer, like that. So you can see kubectl get nodes. Okay, so get command we have to use. So if you use the kubectl help here, so we have to use the run command. Okay, let's see whether run is there or not. So in the beginner commands we have the run. Okay, so let's clear the screen. So kubectl run. So I will give the command. So there is no flags found. Okay, so we will use help. So there are so many options here. See, it's giving this kubectl run nginx hyphen image hyphen nginx. See, hyphen image equals to nginx. If you run this, it will create this particular nginx. Okay, you copy this and use it. So it will create one pod. Okay, so you see kubectl get pods. So since we are using the node, okay, so this is the simple way. So if you want to see on which node it's running, okay, kubectl get pods again. So it's running now. If you give hyphen o wide, it will show the detailed. See, it's running on this particular node. Let's see the nodes. Kubectl get nodes. Run the command. So what is the IP? 222. So on this particular node, this pod is running. Okay, see nginx pod. So this is the use of the kubectl, and this is how we have to create the cluster with the help of the Terraform files. Okay, so in the next video I am going to explain how to create a free cluster on one of the cloud provider. So with the single node we can learn everything Kubernetes. Okay, so let's delete the Kubernetes cluster that we created now. So you have to give the command called terraform destroy, enter. So it will delete the particular cluster that we created right now. So see, it's deleting the cluster. So we have to give the command called S. So it's see 8 to destroy now. Enter. So it will take another 10 minutes to destroy your cluster. Once that is done, remove your IAM user. Okay, and remove your EC2 instance also. So it will don't give you more cost of money. Okay, so this is how you have to learn the installation of the AWS EKS cluster with the help of the Terraform. Okay, and I also explained about the kubectl as well. Okay, thanks for watching the video, and let's go for the another session in the tomorrow.